Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Surprise in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic sparkling day. Welcome to Porchlight Letters podcast number 2268. Whew, I'm getting up there in numbers. The beauty of empty spaces. That's what we're talking about tonight. But I have some exciting news too. Today I went out into my garage. I took pictures of all my gardening tools and made it a bundle. And this was a suggestion from my friend Jason. And so he suggested making them as bundles. So I did that with my gardening tools, put that up there. Within 3 hours, it was sold. I've also put up there all my tools. I pulled out all the cases that I have tools in, which are drill bits and socket sets and drills itself and all these little bits and pieces, and put them, laid them all out, took pictures of them, took pictures of the tools that are in the drawers of the buffet out there, took pictures of the toolbox that has drawers in it with tools in there. Just took all these pictures, but I'm only allowed to upload 10. So I had to pick and choose which ones I wanted to upload and put the price on that. Haven't had anything on it yet, but I don't think people have actually read to see what is inside, because they see the picture of the black toolbox and probably think that's it. And I'm asking for it, and they're sort of like, that's too much money. But if they open up the thing and read it, they'll find out more. And so the guy that picked up the gardening tools this afternoon, he said, what else have you got for sale? So I showed him the truck or the dolly, the upright dolly that you have. And this one has a kick plate on the bottom to help kick the stuff off the plate at the bottom. And it holds up to 800 pounds. It's a really heavy duty one. So I told him I had that and what the price was. And then I said, I'm selling all of my tools as one bundle, and I am not allowing people to separate them. You pay one price and get everything. And so I showed him all the tools, and he's sort of like, and what are you asking for that? And I told him, and he's sort of like, wait, you're asking what? And I told him, and he goes, wow. He says, that's a lot of stuff. I says, yeah. And I said, I can't take it with me. And he says, why not? I said, well, all the power stuff works on 110. It doesn't work on 220 or 240. And he's sort of like, oh, yeah, that would make a difference. And he goes, well, what about your car? And I said, that's going to have to wait till next week, because I've got to decide if I'm selling it here in Arizona or if I'm selling it in California. And then I have to figure out how to get to California from Arizona if I sell it in Arizona. And he's sort of like, oh. And so then he sent me a message for like 5 minutes, and he left like about a half an hour ago, and he sent me a message like 5 minutes ago saying, can you send me pictures of your car? So it's been a very productive day. So that was kind of cool. So anyway, tonight we are talking, and this ties in with tonight's topic, because tonight we're talking about the beauty of empty spaces. All week we have been talking about releasing, what is our theme this week? Hang on. I need to go to the next page. Clearing the way. Yeah, clearing the way. So we've been talking about that all so far this week. Yesterday we were talking about releasing with gratitude. Tonight we're talking about the beauty of empty spaces. So let's get ready to rock and roll. It's been a good day. There is something deeply calming about an empty space. It is not a void to be filled, but an invitation to breathe. I'm getting floor space. I went into one room and it's got carpet on the floor. I knew it was there. It was just covered. In a world that consistently tells us to add more, empty spaces give us permission to rest, reflect, and just be. They hold potential, not pressure. I will tell you this, when I was taking the photo of all the tools and everything, I have a shelf out there which I was putting, and I put all the cases onto that shelf along with the circular saw, the big square that I have. So I could just say there's all of this plus what's in there. But just clearing that and clearing it out of that cabinet, because I've also put the cabinet up for sale as well, which I forgot to tell that guy about, but that's okay. That's another thing for another day. So I forgot to tell him about that, but I put the cabinet up for sale as well. But it's empty except for the drawers. But the cabinet space is all empty. It's now sitting neatly stacked up on the shelf, and it really does. It just feels so much lighter. Yeah. So it's, the empty spaces give permission to rest, relax, reflect, and just be. They hold potential, not pressure. And it's totally true. What it teaches is emptiness is not the enemy. It is part of the rhythm. Empty space is where clarity has room to grow. Stillness allows what truly matters to rise to the surface. And slowing down is a radical act of self-trust. Whoo, that's a good word. So what happens when we stop rushing to fill every gap with noise, stuff, or tasks? I will tell you this, I have really been enjoying emptying spaces and creating space with all this move and everything else, because I know when I get down to New Zealand, I'm just going to have, yes, I'm going to have to go and get stuff like bookcases, and yes, there's some furniture I've got to go and buy, but I can be very picky about it because I would have gotten rid of so much stuff here. I can now pick and choose what I want in my house. And if it's something that I had here in the States and I haven't used it, guess what? It's not coming with me, and I don't have to replace it when I get to New Zealand. I already have my list going. I have my list. So what happens when we stop rushing to fill every gap with noise, stuff, or tasks? We begin to enjoy being instead of always doing. Possibility takes root where pressure once lived. Our nervous system finds room to settle. And how we carry forward, we resist the urge to refill empty spaces too quickly. Let some corners of your day remain open. And this can work on your schedule as well. Create white space in your schedule and your home. Trust that silence and stillness are not signs of lack. Oh, I got to tell you a funny story. It just suddenly hit me, this funny story. Well, what we just talked about. So when I go down, I was trying to figure out, do I take an extra suitcase that just has my pillows in it? And I have a body pillow, which is 54 inches long. Then I have a regular queen size pillow. And the queen size pillow is extra firm for side sleepers. And I absolutely love it. It's a shaped one. It's got memory foam in it. It's very comfortable. I sleep very well on it. I love my body pillow. I hug that thing. And it keeps my spine in alignment, although it does need a good crick and a crack. But just laying on my side there is very comfortable. And so I thought, what am I going to do about this? And so then I had the thought of, why not ship it down to New Zealand? Like buy a new pillow and a new body pillow, because I will always be able to use body pillows at the house, wherever I end up living. Because they're great pillows to have, the body pillows. And it gives me an extra pillow to put on my bed as well. So I thought I'll ship them down to Mum and Dad. I'll go on Amazon, I'll order them and ship them to Mum and Dad. And Dad likes, where'd it go? I had one here. It's just, oh no, there it is. My dad likes styluses, these things, with the little tip on the bottom for touch screen and all that sort of stuff. And last time, a few years ago, I bought him like a pack of 50 or 100 or whatever it was. It was a multi-pack of them. And so I asked if he needed some more, and he said, yes, please. So I put a 40-pack in with the two pillows and shipped it all down to Mum and Dad and told them, hey, this package is coming. It'll be there the 22nd. It arrived yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. And so I had already instructed them, when this package arrives, I want you to open it up. I want you to unpack the pillows and just leave them on the bed to air out. And Dad can get his styluses that way too. And so Mum calls me yesterday. I get this call from my mum and dad this afternoon. The package had arrived. They'd just come home as the delivery person was leaving. They weren't sure if it was my package or not. It wasn't quite addressed correctly, and I definitely addressed it correctly. But they opened it up yesterday, and my mum goes, well, this body pillow of yours is not much bigger than this other pillow. And I'm like, you got to take it out of the packaging. So they took it out of the packaging, and then the body pillow just expanded and all of that, and so did the other pillow. And she goes, oh, they are quite different in size, aren't they? And so they were reading the instructions on this and how it had to be put in a cross draft to air. And I'm like, no, just leave it on the bed. I'm going to be there. You know, it'll be well and truly aired by the time I get down there. And so they were oh, sorry, that was my mum. I sent them a WhatsApp update. That's going to be something I'm going to miss every day, because my mum always texts me every day. This is what we did today, and I text back, this is what I did today, and we chat backwards and forwards. And now they've discovered WhatsApp. So Dad's phone does the WhatsApp, Mum does the text messages. Anyway, and so they sent me a picture later on, and they had one of those drying racks. And it's one of those ones where the triangle goes up like this, and you've got the pieces that come out the side that create it nice and long, and then you have a little shelf underneath. The small pillow is on the shelf underneath, and my body pillow was laying across the top. It was sitting in the middle of their living room where they get a beautiful cross draft through their house. I love my parents. I really do. They're awesome. And something in the how we carry forward just made me think of those pillows laying on that drying rack. I don't know how long they're going to leave. Oh, because they were reading the instructions and it said 24 hours. So they're probably off there and now they're on the bed because they've had their 24-hour of airing. Oh, but all I know is that when I get down there, my pillows are not going to have that new smell on them. They're going to be very well aired. So there you go. Anyway, so where are we up to? We do how we carry forward. How we carry forward. We resist the urge to refill empty space too quickly. Let some corners of your day remain open. Create white space in your schedule and home. And trust that silence and stillness is not signs of lack. Yes, I definitely need to make white space in my schedule. There is not enough white space in my schedule right now. And it's only getting, there's very little white space, and what white space there is getting, it's getting eliminated very quickly as more stuff gets added to my list. And in the legacy connection, the spaces we leave empty today become openings for tomorrow. They show future generations that a life does not have to be packed to be full. Your example gives others permission to pause and breathe too. That is part of your legacy. And I've already decided my flight, what is my flight? My flight gets in the afternoon. When I get down there, it gets in the afternoon, and it gets in on a Saturday. And on the Sunday, I've decided I'm going to lay in. And I know my body clock. I know when I get down there, I'm going to go to bed at my normal time. I've got my, it's not in here, it's out the other room. I've already got my packet of no jet lag for that, to help me adjust and all of that sort of stuff. I'm going to have my oils with me. That will help with that as well. And when I get to my parents' place, I'm kicking off my shoes and socks and going for a walk outside on the grass and squishing your toes in the grass. That's how you get over jet lag. And so my oils I take with me will be peppermint, lavender, and lemon. And you get a 1 ounce shot glass. My parents won't have one, so I have to take one with me. You get a 1 ounce shot glass, and you put water in it, and then you put 3 drops of lemon, 3 drops of peppermint, 3 drops of lavender in there. Toss it into your mouth, hold it there for about 30 seconds before you swallow it. And you do that just before you go to bed, and it will help reset. And if you've got, here it is. Oh, this is a full tube. Is this a new tube? Oh, no, that's a slightly used one. So doTERRA have this really cool lotion, which has no scent to it, so you can add oils to it. So this one, I am going to take this with me now that I've just found a full one. So I'm going to take this with me, and what I will do is I will add a couple of drops of lavender to it and massage it into my feet. And then just before I go to bed, and I will wake up the next morning at my normal time. And I want to lay in. Yes, because I'm going to be having a few weeks of rush. Yeah. Driving here, driving there, visiting these people, visiting those people, dropping this off, dropping that off. Getting stuff sold, going to the bank, doing all the stuff with the bank and everything else. So I have my list. I'm going to be running ragged the next few days. Probably going to have some late nights coming up as I get everything ready for the packers. I get my stuff for New Zealand packed because I'm only taking my 2 suitcases and 2 carry-ons. One of my carry-ons is my computer bag with my laptop, so it can be a little bigger than the laptop. There's sneaky, as long as it doesn't go over the weight. And I have one of those hand scale things for testing luggage, because Brad used to be my luggage scale. Like, I would roll the bag out to him and go, here, can you check this to make sure it's not overweight? And he'll pick it up and go, oh, no, you're fine on that one. He says, you've probably got about 3 or 4 pounds left in that one that you can use. This one, no, that's light. We don't need to worry about that one. And we'll get down there. And I will tell you this. We put that suitcase on, he says, was 3 or 4 pounds under. Sure enough, we put it on there, it's 3 to 4 pounds under. He just knew. Me, couldn't figure it. I always thought it was too heavy. So I ended up getting myself one of those scales that you hook underneath the handle, and then you lift like this, and the scale, you lift it like this, and then the scale sits there so you can see what it says. So that's only pulling on the hook. So I have one of those. I just got to find it. Actually, I kind of know where it is. It's one of those baskets. So yeah, yeah, we're now starting the sort for what goes down to New Zealand with me in my suitcases. I can take 2 checked bags. I have one full-size one and one, I think it's carry-on size. It's got wheels on it, but I always think it's a little iffy, so I never carry it on. That one always gets checked. So yeah, we're at that point. So anyway, questions for you. All right, so here's your 4 reflection questions. Number 1, where in my life have I been afraid of empty space? Number 2, what has an empty moment recently taught me? Number 3, how can I honor stillness without trying to fix it? And number 4, what space can I protect this week just for breathing and being? And I just thought of something. This thought hit me earlier today. The reason some of my stuff is not selling is because it is not ready to leave the house. Like the filing cabinets, I still have the magnets on that one. There's stuff in the drawers. So as soon as I clear that, I know they're going to sell. So guess what I'm going to be doing tonight? Clearing out my filing cabinet. And I've got one here that I've been using as sort of like to make like an L-shaped desk. So once I clear that one can go too. And that one I've got to take the magnets off and take the stuff out of the drawers. So I'm going to be getting a couple of boxes in here tonight and sorting through the filing cabinets to make sure that everything that's personal, everything is out of them, that they're ready to go. And I've already said that these things are going to come with hanging files and folders because I have a lot of I have boxes of hanging files. I have boxes of folders. They're going to get split evenly amongst the filing cabinets. And I have to find the keys. That's the other thing. I've got to find the keys. I have the keys. I just got to remember where I put them, which key ring they're on, and take them off the key ring. But anyway, closing thoughts. There's just lots of thoughts in my head. I need more space in my head. I need to clear more stuff. Empty space is not unfinished. It is a choice, a gift, a sign that we are creating with intention, not just accumulation. I would tell you, getting rid of all of this crap is so freeing. It is absolutely amazing. I don't like my bedroom right now because there's, this is the stuff that I'm taking. This is the stuff I'm selling. This is the stuff I'm donating, and it's a bit of a mess. But I tidied it up a little bit last night, and I walked in and I thought, this vibe feels a little better. So I'm starting to tidy up in rooms where I still got a little bit of sorting to do. So I'm starting to tidy up in rooms. So when I walk in there, it's like, the vibes feel good in here. I'm going to stay in here and finish off this sorting. So anyway, with that, I'm out of here. Go out, have a super fantastic, sparkling evening, and we'll catch you guys back here. Tomorrow. Now, tomorrow's going to be a little different. When am I going to do my podcast? I don't know what time I'm going to do my podcast tomorrow because I have a wedding to go to this weekend. So I'm going to a wedding this weekend, and my flight gets in time for me to do my podcast at 6 p.m. Pacific, but I'm going from the airport straight to the restaurant where everybody is going to be meeting to meet up with them. And I don't know how long we're going to be at the restaurant for before we get back to where we're staying. The beauty of only carrying one bag with you as well. So, I have to figure that one out. I may even do the podcast before I leave for the airport. I might do it then. I haven't figured it out yet, which reminds me, I got to go and book a car park for the car at the airport. Parking space. I get home quick. I get to there and home, and get to there and home quicker if I take my car rather than waiting around for a Lyft or an Uber. So anyway, with that, we're out of here. Go out, have a super fantastic, sparkling evening, and I will catch you guys tomorrow at some time. But you'll be able to see the record. If you missed the live, you'll be able to see the recording on my Facebook page or on my YouTube channel, because they are all loaded up to there as well. And if you're in my part of my school community, you know that I always post the link to the recording in my community on school. And if you're on LinkedIn, I do the same thing there on my LinkedIn page as well. So you might miss it live, but you will absolutely be able to watch it. Have a super fantastic, sparkling evening. Hey, konera.